We all know that Rome sells itself. An unmissable sight in Rome is about as unmissable as you can get. And this legendary old city is replete with iconic sights for which most towns would give their right arm. Cities, of course, do not have arms, but you get the idea. The Eternal City towers over the others in terms of historical and cultural significance, and the top sites in Rome are truly spectacular. Hello everyone, and welcome to a brand new video on the channel. Today we are going to talk about the top 10 sites of Rome. Before we get started with the video, don't forget to smash the like button, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. Now let's get started. Number 10. Spanish Steps. The Spanish Steps may be the longest and broadest staircase in all of Europe, but that's not what pulls people to this renowned tourist attraction. At the bottom of the steps, a Barcaccia fountain bubbles, while at the top, the Trinità dei Monti church towers over the people. But the finest position is somewhere in the middle of the big stairway, where you can sit and watch the city go by as gorgeous people rush into the neighboring high-end shops, designer boutiques, and restaurants. Number 9. Castel Sant'Angelo. The Emperor Hadrian originally intended this Tiber River fortification to be used as a mausoleum for his own family, and it was undoubtedly a royal resting place, standing above the city and offering breathtaking vistas. Over the ages, it expanded beyond its initial purpose, becoming a military fortification in 401, a papal residence, and even a prison. It is now a museum with tours of the apartments and a statue of the archangel Michael rising over the terrace. Number 8. Capuchin Crypt. While some may find the displays of bones and skulls to be a little morbid, the Capuchin Crypt, located underneath Our Lady of the Conception of the Capuchins, celebrates the lives of the Capuchin friars' religious order. In several locations within the crypt, notably the Crypt of the Skulls and the Crypt of the Resurrection, the friars arranged the deceased's bones into displays and frames for Christian artwork. These masterpieces are more than just a macabre display. They depict the story of life, death, and resurrection, as well as a unique interpretation of the Church's beliefs on good, evil, and eternity. Number 7. Galleria Borghese. The Galleria Borghese is as lovely on the outside as it is on the inside, with a prime site in Villa Borghese's expansive gardens. Inside the museum, you'll see Bernini sculptures such as Apollo and Daphne, as well as his interpretation of young David prepared to face Goliath. Masterworks by Correggio, Raphael, Rubens, and Caravaggio are all included in the outstanding collection. The most difficult part will be obtaining tickets. The museum only admits 360 visitors every 2 hours, so you'll need to make reservations well in advance. Number 6. Trevi Fountain. Traveler's lore recounts a variety of reasons for throwing 3 coins into the Trevi Fountain, with advantages ranging from finding love to returning to the city. Take some time to examine this Baroque masterpiece depicting the god Neptune riding in a shell-shaped chariot led by seahorses once you've mastered the skill of coin throwing and wished for the perfect outcome. And you may feel good about your philanthropic contribution because the money collected from the fountain, almost $3,500 every day, is used to support food programs for the city's impoverished. Number 5. Piazza Navona. Beautiful and picturesque squares packed with restaurants and open-air cafes characterize Rome. The most beautiful of them all is Piazza Navona's vast public area, which was previously the location of sporting events at Domitian's Stadium in AD 89. Bernini's Fountain of the Four Rivers, with each of the 4 statues symbolizing a river from a different continent, is the largest and most memorable of the square's fountains. Number 4. Vatican City. Despite its location in Rome, Vatican City has been an autonomous state with its own flag, currency, and stamps since 1929. It even has its own militia, the Swiss Guard, which guards the state, the Pope, and the 800 permanent residents and visitors. The first striking location is St. Peter's Square, which Bernini created in the late 17th century. You may enter St. Peter's Basilica and see Michelangelo's Pietà, a wonderfully beautiful and tragic sculpture, as long as you are dressed suitably, no bare shoulders, shorts, or skirts above the knee. Continue to the roof for a panoramic view of the vast square and the city beyond. The Vatican museums, which are also within the Vatican walls, house Italian classics such as Michelangelo's painted ceiling in the Sistine Chapel. Number 3. Pantheon. The temple to the gods in Rome is impressively intact, which is remarkable given that it was established in 27 BC and later reconstructed in the early 2nd century AD following fire damage. After the country abandoned its old gods, an altar was built for Christian worship. Following the Renaissance, the Pantheon was chosen as a designated tomb for some of the city's artists and elite, including the painter Raphael and former Italian kings. With its tall columns stretching towards the sky, wide interior, and spectacular dome with the sun beaming through the oculus and a 27-foot hole in the center of the rotunda, the Pantheon's architecture has inspired copycats all over the world. Number 2. Roman Forum. Excavations of the Roman Empire's heart at the base of the Capitol did not begin until the 19th century. During the time of Emperor Augustus, ancient Rome was already home to over 1 million Romans, and the Forum Romanum served as the Roman Empire's political, legal, and religious center. You pass by the various remnants of the Forum Romanum during your stay. Unfortunately, many buildings were damaged after the 7th century not only by earthquakes and pillages, but also by the construction of palaces and churches such as St. Peter's Basilica. However, the excavations can still teach you a lot about the Roman Empire's history, and no trip to Rome is complete without a visit to the Forum Romanum. The Via Sacra, Rome's oldest and most famous route, leads to the Forum Romanum. Number 1. Colosseum. The Roman Colosseum is a tribute to the ancient Roman people's construction skills and provides insight into the society that celebrated gladiator contests at this massive entertainment venue. The first bloody conflict occurred in AD 82, beginning a history of battles between men and beasts in front of crowds of up to 50,000 people. Look for the photo opportunity beneath the Arch of Constantine, which was built in 315 to celebrate Constantine's triumph over Marcus Aurelius Valerius Maxentius. Order tickets online ahead of time to avoid long waits. They are valid for 2 consecutive days and include access to the neighboring Forum and Palatine Hill. That's a wrap on the video. I hope you liked it. If you did, let me know by giving it a thumbs up, and do not forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.